Hello everybody. This is Shana from Ask Raycroft, and today I want to tell you a story about one of my friends, Jamie, who took a $60,000 vacation, and it's not quite what you would expect. So let me tell you about it. My friend Jamie called me one day and said, "Hey Shana, I've got $14,000 in credit card debt. What should I do? Should I take out a loan at a lower interest rate to pay this off?" My first question was, what in the world did you spend $14,000 on? You are only 26 years old. That is a lot of money for you. He said, well, he had bought things like a laptop and he had paid for his trip to Norway with his credit card. Now, you would think that this would be some fancy vacation given how much he had spent on it, but no, he was staying in hostels, he flew economy, it cost him roughly $3,000. But from what I'm going to tell you, this trip actually is going to cost him $60,000. I can't make this up. This is insane. Coincidentally, I happen to have a credit card bill due about a month later that happened to be about $14,000. And on the bottom it said that if he only pays $137 a month, it will take him 34 years. 34 years to pay this off. He will be 60 years old before he finally pays off this trip to Norway. And, spoiler alert, that means he can't charge another thing to his credit card in that time. That's only to pay off the debt that he already has today. The other thing on the credit card statement says he can bump his payment up to $400 a month, which he was talking about doing quite wisely. That makes a huge difference. That drops down his payment terms from 34 years to just 3 years, and the interest rate on that he actually pays comes down to just $3,000, which is much less than the $17,000 otherwise. But you might think, oh, well, if that's all the difference he has to pay to be able to go to Norway when he's 26, that's not terrible, right? Wrong, because the other cost that we haven't calculated into this yet is the opportunity cost. Instead of paying $147 to his credit card bill, he could instead be investing that. If you invest just $137 a month for 34 years, at the end of that 34 years, you will have, wait for it, $262,000. $262,000. Add that to the $17,000 of interest that he's also paying, that comes out to $280,000. His $14,000 debt today actually costs him $280,000. That means for every $1 he spends today, it's costing him actually $20. So that $3,000 trip to Norway actually costs him $60,000. A $100 pair of shoes actually costs him $2,000. It's crazy. So the answer from a mathematical perspective is, yeah, take out a loan to pay it off, but you still have to be disciplined to actually pay it off. So what would Raycroft say about this? My grandfather always told us kids that when you're paying interest, you're paying somebody else's salary. And think about this, he's paying $280,000 of his own money to somebody else. He's paying somebody else's very lucrative salary. Even Albert Einstein is quoted as saying, compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. So let's talk about action items for you. The first question is, do you have credit card debt? Go home and check it out. Go home and ask your parents, do they have credit card debt? Sit down with them, ask them how much they're paying in interest, what their monthly payments are. Are they paying just the minimum, or are they paying more? If they're disciplined enough, should they take out a lower interest loan to pay that off, but only if they're willing to not accumulate more credit card debt? Well, thanks for joining me. Again, this is Shana at Ask Raycroft. If you have any questions, please send us an email or leave a comment below about what you think Jamie should do, about things that have worked for you to get out of debt, or if you have any questions for us. I would love to hear from you. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day, guys.